Let's talk about Godzilla vs. Kong! Let's start with no spoilers. After 7 years and 3 movies, we finally got the promised clash of our two favorite titans. And honestly, I don't really remember the previous movies. I remember Godzilla and Skull Island were fine, but King of the Monsters was painful for me. So the bar is set quite low. But this movie is surely my favorite of all of them. It delivers what the title promised: huge monsters fighting. And I must say that the special effects are incredible. This is definitely the best part of this whole movie. Everything looks photorealistic, and they don't use tricks like hiding everything in the dark to make the special effects look better. They don't have to, because everything is great even in daylight. There are even scenes at night, but they used lights on buildings or fires to illuminate them. So there wasn't a moment when I didn't see what was happening. It's really amazing what computers can generate. Monsters looks the best, but cities, ships on the water and just plain terrain are impressive too. And they have fun with them. There are some cool shots that give you an interesting perspective. They don't hide anything. And thanks to this, we can feel the scale. To this colossus, humans are just little ants. There are many scenes where monsters don't care about people. And that's fantastic. That's exactly what we need in movies like this. So if you want to watch it, you have to find the largest screen you can find. And the best speakers, because the sound is awesome too. It all sounds amazing, but for sure Godzilla's Howl is the best. The entire movie seems to be the best watched in the cinema. It's perfect for this. It's big and it's fun. It doesn't drag too much. Well, maybe the beginning was a bit of a drag, because that's the worst part. Godzilla and Kong don't speak, so of course we need to have a few people and their stories. And these are boring. Only one character is okay. Now depends how much you can forgive the movie. If you are able to turn off your brain and not try to think about the story and its stupidity, then you will be entertained with this movie. At first I was not prepared for this, but then I just accepted that this movie was going to be silly and that the human stories are just there to push the overall story forward and get us to an amazing finale. And the finale was fantastic. It looked incredible and it was exciting. So if you're looking for something very light and don't want to think too much, this movie is perfect for you. Great visuals, sound and above all, monster fights, with some weak human characters. But to talk about them, we need to talk about the story. So let's start with mild spoilers. Godzilla might be in the title, but Kong is the main character, and Godzilla works more like a force of nature. He just shows up every now and then to kick ass and destroy everything. And it works. It was a good decision to focus on Kong. The last time we saw him was 1973, and now he got bigger. Much bigger. To fight Godzilla he needs to be of similar size, so now they are comparable in height. Now he is smarter, and to show his emotions we have a deaf child, played by Kaylee Hotley. She has a bond with the big guy. And he has to have perfect eyesight because he can see her from any distance. But she was wonderful and the only one that wasn't annoying. Well, Rebecca Hall and Alexander Skarsgård were fine. They flirted a bit, but there was no chemistry between them. But everyone else feels like cartoon characters. Overall, there are too many people in this movie. We have 3 comic relief characters that only interact with each other. They have their own subplot. Humor is subjective, but their jokes were cringe and are not funny to me. Especially the character of Brian Tyree Henry. He played the conspiracy theory guy and played him over the top. He may be funny to some people, but I'm not one of them. We also have a rich guy Demian Bichir played, and he did a good job with what he got. But the same cannot be said of his daughter played by Isa Gonzalez. I really hated watching her, like the thousands of other characters who were there just to be there. There were too many boring characters and their boring stories. I'm pretty sure no one cares. They're all good actors, so I guess that's just a script fault. They had to start writing the script with the monsters in mind and then add the mandatory human parts. In the end, everyone had something to do, but I'm sure the same story could be told without so many characters. And 7 years ago, in the first Godzilla, we got normal technology, but here they are like from the future. But I understand why they had to be like that. It had to be this way for the story to happen. And what about the story? We start by updating Kong's life. People decide to hide him so that Godzilla wouldn't sense him and try to attack. So he lives on his island with some people. At the same time, Godzilla attacked one of the rich guys' facilities, so he decided to get ready for the next time and go to the core of the earth, where the ancestors of Godzilla and Kong supposedly lived, and unlimited power is hidden. He has teamed up with Alexander Skarsgård, but they need bigger help getting there. And of course, that bigger help is Kong. So everyone goes on a journey. There is also a subplot where another group is trying to break into a rich guy's building. But for me, it really didn't add anything to the story, except a few jokes. And after 15 minutes you can easily tell what will happen in this movie. But in this case, it's not a bad thing, because although the last 30 minutes were predictable, it was the best part, and I had a lot of fun watching them. So the story and the characters are terrible, but not important here. The movie is called Godzilla vs. Kong, that's why we want to watch it, and it delivers exactly that. So overall, I recommend watching this movie for great visuals and awesome fights. Now let's talk about the score.
For delivering on the battle of the huge monsters, I give 10. It's the best we could get. We've come a long way from guys in suits to this. For visuals and sound design, I give a 10. There was no scene I could look at and say it looked like it was shot on a green screen. Everything looked and sounded amazing. For the monster story, I give 8. Godzilla is only in the background, but the Kong story was good enough. For human story, I give 5. And I only give 5 because of a great performance by Kaylee Hotley. For pure fun, I'm giving 8. Human story lowered the score, but overall it was fun to watch, especially the last 30 minutes. So overall I'm giving just turn off your brain and enjoy those huge monsters fighting. Out of 10.
Let me know what is your favorite movie from this monsterverse. And as always, if you like this video, leave a like, and to see more videos like this, click on this button. See you!